is studying the total rainfall in Liming for 1987. He used all the data from a large data set and summarized the information in this table. Explain how the data will need to be cleaned before Ben can start to calculate statistics. So at the moment, we've got this TR, which actually stands for trace. Now, sometimes you need to just eliminate information from your data set, but not here, because trace is actually important. Some of the days just had a very low amount of rain, but not zero. That's what it means. You can't just like get rid of them, because it will affect the mean quite a lot, especially because there's 29 of them. So what you need to do is just say, like, give it a numerical value, and it's going to be numbers between 0 and 0.1. So when I did this question, I just said change trace to exactly that, 0 to 0.1. For the mark scheme, they allow like various things. They actually say give it a numerical value, such as the midpoint between 0 and 0.1, 0.05, or even something like 0.025. Even looks like 0 or 0.05 you'd be okay with, but it makes sense to go with the midpoint, I'd say. So that's what you need to write down, basically. Okay, and then using all 184 of these values, Ben estimates the sum of x and the sum of x squared to calculate the mean and the standard deviation. So the mean, x bar, is going to be the sum of x divided by how many there are, 390 over 184. And this ends up being 2.12 to three significant figures. And the standard deviation is the mean of the squares. So it's the sum of x squared over n minus the square of the mean. So 4336 over 184 minus this mean that we just found, but use the non-rounded version. It's actually 2.1195. Okay, round it like after 5. Square rooted, and this becomes 4.37. Ben suggests using the statistic calculated in B part 1 to estimate the annual mean for the daily total rainfall in Liming for 1987. Using a knowledge of the large data set, give a reason why this is not suitable. So this is where you have to study the large data set. I mean, it's going to be hard to make a guess from it. But this is the front page, the first page in the large data set. Different towns, including Liming, but the data is only from May to October. And that is why it's not suitable. Only covers May to October. So you can't, use the whole, you can't base the whole year on that information because a lot of the summer months were used, which leads us into part 2. State giving a reason how you'd expect the estimate to differ from the actual annual mean. So we'd actually expect more rain in winter, and therefore the estimate is likely to be an underestimate. So I used therefore twice. Okay, hold on.